Hey guys, sorry for the late video. My in-laws are in town, so I didn't get a chance to get to the computer, get this done last night, and then I realized that Thursday might actually be a bad day to do it because there's a football game that is usually played. We've had a few things obviously happen with coronavirus where those games disappear, so I thought Tuesday would be okay because we had those couple weeks that were a little weird. But since we're kind of getting back to normal on the schedule for the NFL at least, I'll probably push them back to Wednesday again and try to get those done around that time frame. But again, apologies for the late video. I actually don't even have my notes done, so I'm just gonna be looking at my phone, matchups, and kind of judging it from there. And this is gonna be a little more off the cuff, as I don't have as much time. My wife, and them are out and about right now, so I wanted to try to get a little bit done, get a video out, and keep on schedule-ish. So I hope you enjoy, and it's going to be a little bit different, obviously, but let's get it going. Oh, mouse. Alright, going off the phone, so we're just going to go first one at the top. Number 7, Gillyson of Glowing versus number 9, Cooper Troopers. I am currently projected at 172.08. Jose is currently at 143.82. I did have Travis Fulgham last night. He got me a little bit above his projection, so that's what we're rolling with there. I do think I'll probably win this game, just based off the projections, and then his roster has some pretty weird spots on it. So we'll see. I said it freaking last week, and Brock came out of fucking nowhere. Regardless, key matchup. I'm actually going to highlight Ezekiel Elliott and James Conner. Conner, I think, is actually playing better than Zeke right now. But he kind of but Zeke did come out and kind of say, hey, I need to be better. And I think going against Washington, he will be better. And then, Andy Dalton won't be in primetime. So I think that's actually a legitimate storyline to kind of follow. He was in prime time on Monday night. Looked like shit because he always looks like shit on prime time. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. Sleepers. Jose's side is easily Jerick McKinnon. I dropped him thinking stupidly Mostert would stay healthy for a little while. Of course he didn't. He's going to be good, but he has playing New England, so could be weird. Could be a lot of Jeff Wilson. And then my sleeper, it probably would have been Travis Fulgham, just because we have no idea what's going on in Philly. He's just kind of throwing the ball around all stupid. But I don't know. It's hard because my roster has a lot of big names on it. Let's go with Fulgham beating his projection by 0.26. Give me a victory. Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, I think I win this one, but I've said it before. We'll just kind of see what happens. Alright, next matchup is Embrace the Suck at number 8 versus Flutie and the Blowfish at number 4. Saran's currently at 145.07 on his projections, and Rachel's at 158.73. Saran doesn't have a kicker in, so that obviously can change. And I think this obviously makes the matchup very close, and I'm actually going to make it my matchup of the week. One has two of my best friends in it, and I think that's just cool. And then I think it's actually a really cool matchup to see these two teams, kind of up and coming, I guess you can almost call them, based off of what has kind of happened in our league so far. We have obviously the two undefeateds. I want to make that could be the game of the week, but whatever, screw you guys. But I think there's a lot of fun aspects to this football game, and these are both players that I made some pretty stupid trades with earlier in the year, and they've come out on top of it. So good for them. Key matchup. Let's make it. Chase Claypool and Will Fuller. Actually, is what I'm gonna make it. Both these players, I think, are actually pretty underrated. even though they are kind of a new hotness right now. I think they are going to be pretty high scoring in both their matchups, and then a key part of the victories for their, or should be a key part of the victories for not only the fantasy team but the real team that they're on. So I think those are some good ones. Sleepers. Let's make it Ronald Jones and DeAndre Swift. DeAndre, not even right. DeAndre Swift. Yeah, the running backs are being sneaky right now. DeAndre, he took a lot of carries from Adrian Peterson last week. Does he get the full role? Probably not, but he's playing against Atlanta, so could be a pretty good game. I mean, he still had 14 touches and like 5 catches or something. Like it was a pretty good game. And then Ronald Jones, he just keeps running and keeps doing well. Like I don't know. I didn't believe him early in the year, and it showed. And now I'm paying for it. But I think those are some good sleepers. If Strand gets his kicker in, I think I'm actually going to call for the upset here. Well, hold on. Maybe not. Well, yeah, I'm going to call for the upset. Losing Joe Mixon on Rachel's team, and then relying on Jared Cook. Though they're going to be out without Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders, so that could be a big deal for him. But still, you kind of look at it, and I'm like, I'm a little back and forth. Yeah, I'm gonna call for the upset because I think that'll be fun if it happens. And my record's already sub 200, I think, again. So apparently I don't know shit about fantasy football. But yeah, I think this is a good matchup of the week. And I wish you both luck. Next matchup we're going to talk about is number 6 Armed Rodgery versus number 3 Diggs Family Robinson. Liv is currently at 156.10 and Sean is at 163.46. Fun game to look at. Super close. Okay. Key matchup here we're going to look at. I'm going to go with AJ Brown and Stephon Diggs. Those are probably some of the biggest hitters on both of these teams, pretty confidently and easily. Maybe except for the Packers on Liv's side, but I won't. These are some strong players and have good matchups, and will be keys to the teams for victory. Sleepers. On Liv's side, you gotta pick Gronkowski. I mean, he's getting involved. Tom Brady's kind of getting comfortable. Gronk's getting comfortable. Gronk's kind of getting back into the swing of football. Now that we're a few weeks in, so I think that's a good one. And then we're gonna do Mike Williams on Sean's team. He could have 5 points. He could have 40 because Mike Williams is that big play guy for the Chargers, and he's an end zone guy. So it could be a great game for him against Jacksonville, and the way Justin Herbert's been playing, love it. I don't think I'm not going to go against projections here. Well, yeah, I'm not going against projections. I think Sean's going to win it. Houston in general, who Green Bay is playing this week, which is a lot of Liv's team, has had a resurgence ever since Bill O'Brien left. I wonder why. So I think that's where I'm going to lean. It could easily be in Liv's favor if Aaron Rodgers comes out angry after the way they played against Tampa Bay last time they were out, and I think they're coming off a bye too. So it could be an angry Aaron Rodgers, and they just blow past Houston, which is super possible. But I'm not going to go against projections. I'm just going to make Sean the winner, and that's that. All right, next matchup, the big one, number 2 Super Camario versus number 1 Rolling with Mahomes. Brock is actually projected at 177.47, and Chris is at 169.8. So projection in Brock's favor currently. We'll see. Key matchup: Alvin Kamara versus Derrick Henry. You can't get much more simple than that. Kamara is going to be like the only guy in New Orleans, so he's going to get used a lot, and he's going to continue to be great. Derrick Henry versus Pittsburgh. A lot to prove on a lot to prove on Pittsburgh's side, because you look at the teams they've played. Everyone's like, last week they were saying, Pittsburgh hasn't played a real team until the Browns. They're still the freaking Browns, okay? Everybody needs to calm down. So now they're playing Tennessee. That is a real team, but that Steelers defense is for real. So can they stop Derrick Henry? Hard to say. But you can't go outside those two, in my opinion. Sleepers are gonna be, I guess you go with the flex here. Mike Davis and David Johnson. David Johnson has a pretty cush matchup, and has been very good ever since Bill O'Brien left. And Green Bay, I was just listening to my podcast a bit ago, and Green Bay is giving up the most points to the running back position. David Johnson could be a big part of that matchup. And then Mike Davis just has been great and probably will continue to be great against New Orleans. New Orleans defense, while a lot of people still think they're good, I still think they're pretty mediocre. And Mike Davis, he's just playing well. Teddy Bridgewater trusted him. I don't remember who the coach is right now, but he trusts him. So just roll with it. I think I'm gonna go with Chris to win this one, mostly because I looked at the rosters and both of them are very strong. Both of these guys have players that can definitely beat their projections. But Kamara, he's projected at almost 30 points. I mean, it's against Carolina, so it's possible, but holy shit. And then the really only big difference I see on their rosters is the quarterback. Chris with Mahomes, Brock with Brady. Mahomes is better than Brady in fantasy for sure, and probably real life right now. So I think I'm gonna give it to Chris. Chris is gonna stay undefeated, stay number 1, and win that coveted baton of extra or longest win streak. So yeah, good job and good luck. All right, stinker of the week, obviously. The new Taco versus Can't Get Right. I think this is 8 versus 9, or 10 versus 9, 9 versus 10. I think. No, Can't Get Right is much higher. Hold on a second. 10 versus 5. Jesus Christ, what the hell? Good job, Stefan. Killing it out there, my dude. But, unfortunately, you are also... Yikes. Current projections showed Taco winning at 126.91 to 103.64. Yikes. Gross, dude. But we'll see what happens, I guess. Looking at this matchup, there's actually quite a bit of players that already played. So, 3 players in total. So I guess it's not a ton, but enough to kind of, be worrisome for the rosters. You look at them. Taco had Slayton and Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram did great for him. Slayton did mediocre. And then Stefan, unfortunately, had Devontae Freeman. Yeah. We'll see. It's not good, though. Key matchup. We're going to highlight... I'm actually going to highlight... I'm going to highlight the tight end position here with the Evan Ingram versus T.J. Hawkinson. Evan Ingram had a pretty decent night. I mean, he got the volume, he didn't get a touchdown, and he had one really bad drop, which literally cost the Giants the football game. And then Hawkinson is playing Atlanta. Enough said. Play everybody against Atlanta because they can't freaking stop anybody. Sleepers on the taco side. I think we're gonna have to highlight Jerry Jeudy. He might be the number one guy right now, and will continue to be the number one guy right now. I'll get to that little blurb in a second. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy. And then on the other side, James Washington. He has a role in this offense, and you can see it. He had a couple good games, or these decent games. So I think this is another one where he could show up and could be a big part. Because I think I saw. Oh no, Deontay Johnson is playing. He's in. But something that you can tell that either something is wrong with Juju or Pittsburgh is just like, we don't want you, so we're not going to play you. So we're not going to feature you. We're not going to put you in this young offense with all these younger guys, even though I'm pretty sure Juju is younger than Deontay, even though he's like a 3-year veteran. Whatever. So weird situation there in Pittsburgh with those wide receivers, but I think James Washington could have a pretty decent game. I gotta pick Taco to win this one, which is just makes me want to barf. It's hard to overcome a 0.8 performance from one of your starting running backs, though. Though, looking at Taco's side, he has Darrell Henderson, but he also has Taco. Because Darrell Henderson, I think, isn't playing this week. No. Taco's gonna win this game. Sorry, Savon. But yeah, rough matchup. Rough matchup.